point.
What do you think in general about the law to to have a gun in the legal way, right? Because for example, like access in US, it's much easier. Like of course depends on the state, but I think in general it's much easier compared to Poland. Like it's basically, it's very hard to get the license, and it's like you don't have the law to to get the even gun. You need to have like certain things to pass, something. It's very difficult. So what do you think about the law of the, allowed you to basically protect and defend? Because it's also, depends if you have a gun and what you do with the gun. But if you defend your house, right, and you shoot with someone who wanna, steal your things, whatever, and want to hurt you, you don't know. Basically, you don't know because he just got into possession, right? And in Poland, you basically, if you do something, you go to jail. You are the one who is, who attacked, not the one who even come to your place. So, what do you think about this one? Like maybe even in Thailand, but in general, like, do you think we should, like everyone, even on the world, should have a like legally option to defend yourself, and no matter what,
100%.
and they don't pay the price,
100%.
and don't pay the price when it's something, risk can happen.
Every and any responsible human being should have the right to bear arms. But this is my opinion, because in my experiences on and off service, I've seen so many situations where I'm like, man, like if I had a firearm on me, or if he or she had a firearm on them, life could have been saved.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It's a bit. It's not contradicting, but it applies to everything else, right? Sales of alcohol. Some people, they get drunk, they get aggressive.
Yeah.
Some people, they get drunk, they get super chill. Right. I think it's users' discretion.
And everyone can use, right?
Yeah, So I think it's so. The reason why I bring this up is because the alcohol thing is because I think it's so stupid. Because sometimes I hear people say like, "Oh, guns kill people. No one should have them." I'm like, no, people kill people.
Yeah.
Like, what makes you think that if a dedicated person who wants to kill and do harm, and he does not have a gun,
Yep.
what makes you think that he's not going to try to find other ways, right?
Yeah.
For instance, you know who Jeffrey Dahmer is?
No.
This famous, crazy, psychotic serial killer in America. Like, I don't know. He killed a lot of people, right? Not with a gun. Right? So that's my opinion on this. Is I just feel like I think everyone has rights, should have the right to bear arms and defend themselves and defend who and what they love and where they stand.
Yep. And they're saying if people who have the gun, they will be aware other person have gun also, they will be basically they were afraid, right? They will have a more fear about this one.
It's like if you're an MMA fighter, if you're or you've trained MMA, right? And I'm not gonna say MMA fighter. Let's say if someone have trained 2 classes of fitness kickboxing, right? And you walk into a bar, you get a few drinks in, and you're feeling confident. You feel like Conor McGregor, and you want to start some shit. But then you look across the room and you see a guy with cauliflower ears.
Yep.
And you look at him in his eyes, and you know he's a real MMA fighter. Let me ask you this: Do you think that person would walk up to the MMA fighter and start shit with him? No, right? So it's the same thing. I think, in my opinion, with firearms, is that if everyone is aware that everyone else could potentially be armed, I think it's going to be less problems. It's going to be less problems, especially here in Thailand. How many times, even me and you, when we went out, how many times the question came up saying, "Hey, bro, better not. What if he has a gun?"
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now,
Exactly.
Because of that thought.
Well, yeah. What he have anything basically? Yeah.
We just walk away.
Yeah.
So in
the road rage is the same in Thailand, for example. Like everywhere, basically. Like you don't know what the person have. They can have knife, they can have baseball, whatever.
Correct.
So you are afraid because you can control emotion, but maybe this person, pass the line, which just means conversation, which has happened because emotion and everything. So it's a great metaphor, basically. What you said about the MMA fighter, especially on our case, right?
I personally absolutely love the Second Amendment in America, that everyone could bear arms. I just wish some other countries would follow lead. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm not just saying this because I absolutely love guns, but I just think that human beings should have that knowledge and that ability. And when I say human, I say everyone. I mean like housewives, grandmothers, housekeepers. Yeah, you know, just you never know. You never know. Yeah.